My career has advanced a lot quicker than it would have in the city. So I'm 35, I'm now in my 4th year of being a consultant, but I sit on a lot of very important district panels. So I have direct access to the CEO of the organisation. If I have an idea about how to improve services, I can implement that fairly easily, and I'm the head of the department, but also chair of the clinical stream in cancer services across the LHD. And so my career has evolved fairly rapidly, and I know that if I did ever want to move elsewhere, the things I've been able to do would definitely hold me in good stead for a managerial position and a clinical position in those city or other rural hospitals. I never really imagined myself being able to implement programs which are actually impacting on cancer services across the LHD. So recently we've been able to introduce a video conferenced chemotherapy across the local health district so that people can get chemotherapy closer to home in towns like Coonabarabran and save them a 300-kilometre trip for simple treatments which they otherwise would choose not to have.
There was a lot of interest from a number of different hospitals around Australia in the thought that they could get an oncologist and a neurologist as a team. And I think for us we really had a good range of options, but what we did was went and visited a number of hospitals in person and spoke to senior colleagues there about what life was like in those places. It was a mutually beneficial arrangement where Dubbo really needed our services and we could see what a big difference we would make if we moved here. And that was a really exciting opportunity for us at a very early stage of our careers. And then on top of that, it's quite accessible to get back to Sydney, and there's really good lifestyle opportunities around Dubbo that were very attractive to us.
We live on a very large property for a fraction of the cost of an apartment in Sydney. My son can run around outside every night. It's relatively warm here in Dubbo, even in winter, so we can play outside after work. We can raise chickens, he can go collect the eggs, he can ride his bike with Daddy pushing him around the yard and around the street with no problems. And there's plenty of opportunities for daycare, where I know my sister-in-law is really struggling to find adequate daycare for her children in Sydney. So it's really very easy to raise a child here in Dubbo.